In today's video, I am continuing to work on my community lot for my fall festivals, or for the fall festival feel, and I considered moving the lot to a different neighborhood because of how I think the background in this neighborhood detracts from the spooky old element. And I moved it around to other lots and didn't really like what the result was. So I'm just going to keep it here for now and keep working on it. I went ahead and moved the haunted house over a bit just because, this space back here, when I go to like take screenshots and things, I realize, it should be a little more secluded feeling, or not secluded. I mean, I guess secluded's the right word. There should be a little more back there to obscure the view, I suppose. More trees, more foliage, more privacy. Because haunted houses, they're nice and secluded, right? That's how it should be, at least. And that's not what's kind of going on here. I'm not really sure what I want to do. So I did some landscaping. I did the landscaping and realized I don't like the landscaping the way I made it. It's just not really. It's not as bad as it was, or I like it better than I liked it before. Before I did a little bit of editing, but it's still not quite there, in my opinion. I'll do a Japanese beech tree. Yeah, it's still not quite there, but I'm hoping that moving the haunted house over and maybe deleting some of this and giving it a smaller little yard will help in the long run. But not sure. I like that obscures the street. That's kind of nice too. But again, in the fall, like if you play with your Sims, you play The Sims and it's fall time, there are no leaves on there, as is typical with fall. So you lose some of the obscuring effect. But I'm wondering how awful this would be. Pretty awful. I love these. Why are you so complicated? Why is it so complicated? I thought moving this out, or moving the haunted house in a little bit, would make it easier, but I'm not finding that to be the case. I'm not finding it much easier at all. Wondering how big I can make that tree before it just gets ridiculous. And if I can turn it away, that doesn't leaves in there. I have a coal miner's daughter. The song stuck in my head. If you watched my last video, I talk about filling in for the guy that I used to be a caregiver for, and he likes listening to songs on we used to listen to them on YouTube at the library, but he has a Roku now, and so we play all his favorite songs, and one of those is A Coal Miner's Daughter. And so I've just been so much of that song has been stuck in my noggin, or I guess so frequently, my brain's just like, how about you sing about being a coal miner's daughter? And I only know a few of the words, so my brain just decides to pick up on those words and sing those few until I want to give myself a lobotomy to avoid hearing myself sing, I was born to be a coal miner's daughter, just one more time. Like, I can't handle it. My brain, she cannot handle it. Okay. Alright, that's a nice obscured haunted house. So what we're working with for the landscaping is this right here. I wanted to do like a little area with a pond or fountain and then a little cemetery, but I think and it got all squished up when I moved the lot a little. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do like a combined area where I don't know what happened to the chess set that was there. Maybe it got all wonky when I moved it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make this smaller and try and do more with the space closer to the house, or not more with the space, but I guess do less with the space. More or less, you know, same thing, same difference. These are floating candles right now because I had them sitting on the edge of the fountain, and I had these sort of like magical candles, sacred candles around the fountain. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and do, I'm still getting the hang of like speed plays. I don't know how to do that. People getting all fancy with their speed plays. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm getting the hang of stuff slowly but surely. I think that this being a smaller area looks I definitely like that better. Yeah, that's nicer. And I think I'll have this built out just a tiny bit. And I can't quite tell if I want the gargoyles in there at all. I honestly don't think I do, now that I'm looking at it. No, I don't want those in there. And I guess I was debating whether or not to give this like a little lift. Man, I messed up everything. Let's see. I think if I do give it a little lift, I want to I was gonna try and cheat. Dang. But I don't suppose I can. Now what's that doing with my door? Okay. This is... Can I... That's annoying. I suppose a haunted house should be on a little bit of a foundation, right? I don't know. These get a little funky. The pillars... I don't know if I even like the pillars. I might like it without the pillars. So much of the stuff that I did, I'm like, do I even like that? I was trying out, no, I do not. Okay. So frustrating. I don't know why it's trying to move my door. Don't know why. Don't know why I didn't call. Okay. Ow. My leg is going numb because I got a little pupper. I got a little pupper on my lap. My little rescue chihuahua. I mean, I didn't rescue her. My aunt, I guess, technically did. And then she went with my grandma. Not my aunt, my pup went with my grandma after my aunt rescued her. And then when my grandma passed away, my pupper came to me and became my pupper. And her name is Rosie, and she's a little chihuahua. I don't know actually how old she is. I just know that she was, she, I guess, was used for breeding before my family got her. And then my aunt has a good number of dogs, and that was just, Rosie is just such a sweet little gentle pup and does better in calmer environments with not a lot going on. So she went with my grandma, and that worked out a good bit better. I mean, my grandma and my aunt lived in the same house, just it was kind of split into a multifamily. So, you know, they were still all around each other, and but it was just Rosie got to be in a little bit of a quieter place with my grandma. And that seemed she was just so devastated when my grandma passed away that when my mom brought her home, Rosie just howled and just was so distraught to not have my grandma near her. Yeah, a bit heartbreaking. Why does that not look dark enough? But after a little bit, my my baby chihuahua kind of got attached to. I think she like transferred her attachment for my grandma to my mom right off the bat, because she was, mostly upset when my mom was away. And then um, she kind of transferred her affection to me after a little bit and is now my baby pupper. For a while, she would howl when I was gone, and she now whimpers a little bit if somebody else is home and I'm not, because she's like, where's my mommy? Where mommy? Um, but she doesn't do it nearly as much as she did. And for that, I am glad. Part of me is like, but I want her to miss me. But the other part of me is like, she's gotten so much more independent and well adjusted, and she's just much happier and healthier than, than she would be if she were constantly upset that I was not here. So I am quite oops quite glad that she doesn't seem to like really need me around all the time. Do I like that at all? Look, I have covered the same ground again and again on this game, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to. Oh, okay. I guess I'm in that awkward place of not knowing whether to give it like haunted house vibes or like metal and stone castle vibes. So I'm kind of, I guess, stuck in between the two, and it's getting a little bit muddy as far as what I'm going for, I suppose. I don't hate that. I think I might even do a little bit of an awning here. I'm gonna put that back, because I do like the coverage. But I think I might do an awning. Or, you know, like a little bit of a little some up here. Up here. It seems too high though. I want it a little lower and closer. Maybe there's an awning option. It's, awnings. Yeah, maybe there's one of these that'll look nice. I am not vibing with any of these. Definitely not. Wah. Just kidding. Am I? Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Had to try it though, If anything, something. No, that's it. They're slightly inconveniently sized. Like, if I size them up, they're too large. And if I don't size them up, they're not large enough. Okay, I'm gonna try this again and see if maybe. No. I thought I was done with the house. Interesting. Maybe I can work with that though. Maybe I can work with that. I don't like that I can't like extend this down to like past the foundation. Right? Like I'm not crazy. That should come down here. These foundations are absolutely wonky as hell. Like, why does that not go all the way out? And there's no like trim wrapping around because, or like around the house because it's. What happened to that wall? This game is wonky sometimes. I mean, this game is wonky a lot of the times, but most of the time it's my fault. So, no, I want. No. Freeze. I wanted a larger. Oh, there it is. Okay. Not a larger. I wanted a more decorative frieze, I guess is what you call them. But the more decorative ones are just all entirely too large. So I opted for the more basic one. Which shingles did I use? I used these, but darker maybe? Those look the same, I think. I just want to copy this. There we go. There we go. I could leave that there. I do wish it were a little lower, but I don't hate it as far as, yeah, I don't hate that. But I do feel like it's kind of weird that it juts out a little bit. Yeah, that ain't it, for sure. For sure. Suppose I'll do, one of these that's got kind of the edges on both sides. Whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if I want to... I don't know if I like it pulled up higher. That's not what I'm trying to grab. Where is it? Giveth me. Giveth to me this bevel thingy. I gotta pee. There we go. I gotta pee, and holding your bladder is not good. There's there's someone on TikTok that I think is somehow I end up on like a very traumatic kind of side of TikTok, and one such traumatic parts of TikTok is terminally ill, like young terminally ill people, and there's one of the girls is just constantly telling people to go pee or like to not hold their bladder because when she was a kid, I guess they were going on a road trip or something, her and her family, and her parents were like, she's like, I gotta pee, like, let's stop, I gotta pee. And her parents were like, hold it, just like all of our parents have said at some point in time while we're like on our 7th pee trip on a road trip. I don't know, I haven't grabbed that one. And she described it as like in her head being like, oh yeah, I can totally do that, I can smash that goal. And instead of returning to normal bladder function, she was like, I'm just gonna keep holding my bladder. And she ended up getting like holding her pee entirely too much and developed, I guess, UTIs and kidney failure from that. And yeah, so now she's on TikTok at like early 20s telling people like, look, don't hold your bladder, go pee when you have to pee. And so you have to use the bathroom right now, you should go use the bathroom. Or maybe we can make a plan. I'm gonna do just a little bit more on this, and then we can both go to the bathroom because I have to pee too. I think what I will do is definitely want to make this one a shorter video because I think shorter is probably better these days. I think my longer videos were good for, I think they're good for like eventually being kind of sleep ASMR, because I know that I just put on like Markiplier or the BuzzFeed guys, which are now the Watcher guys, and just vibe out to them as I sleep. Because if you're like me, sometimes sleeping in the quiet just feels icky. So I think maybe sometime down the road, if anybody likes listening to me, it could be like the longer videos could be like, sleep podcasts. Or not sleep podcasts, sleep videos. Just like calm talking and nothing like, there aren't going to be any jump scares or, it's not going to be anything like that. So I think I'll keep doing those and add them to, I actually called it just like a sleep ASMR podcast. And I know it's not like technically ASMR, but there's like a little niche out there that I think, nope, that's not it. I think I can reach by calling it that. Okay, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Don't mess anything up. Alright, that's my cue. Go to the bathroom and drink some water. I'm gonna wrap this up in another video.